Hey guys, what's up? I hope y'all are having a good day. And if you're not, this will make it everything better for you. Math is just, what they say, like eat the first thing in the day, eat a live toad, and then nothing worse can happen to you the rest of the day. So, that's what I suggest for math. If you hate math, do it and get it over with. Then have the rest of your day to yourself, okay? All right, let's look at the oldies here to first, and we're going to change rates today. So let's look at this. Two ways to write the ratio that says this. Fred could fill 30 jars in 1 minute. Don't forget, you go 30 jars, you just put 30 jar in 1 minute. Okay, the other way is to go, okay, it takes Fred 1 minute to fill 30 jars. Okay, there you go. So when you look at a problem next, what you're going to do is, remember, you don't even think about it when they go, what, blah, blah, blah. You just don't, I don't think, I simply write what I've given. Then I multiply by whatever fraction works, where you go and cross out the top and the bottom. So let's do that in a second here. Okay, what if Fred doubled his rate? Well, you would just go, oh, okay, well, in 1 minute he did 60 jars. But don't double both of them. Because if you, I doubled, I'm going to do 2 minutes. That just means the same thing. 2 minutes to do 60 jars, that's the same rate. So just double the jars. That's it. And that's all you got to do. So here we go. Let's go and do this one. Ed could drive 80 miles in 2 hours. How long would it take him to drive 200 miles? So this is the method, remember. Okay, watch. He could drive 80 miles in 2 hours. Let's break that fraction down, and that'll be 40 miles in 1 hour. Or we could say 1 hour to go 40 miles. All right. Now the question is, how long would it take him to drive 200 miles? Remember, all you need to do is go, I'm just simply writing 200 miles down. I am not thinking. Okay. That's all. Now, the question is, how long would it take him to drive 200 miles? Which one of these do you use? You need one on the bottom, right? You made miles on the bottom. So you multiply by 1 hour and then by 40 miles. And you cross out the miles. 200 is on top, 40 is on the bottom. How many times does 4t go into 200? Well, that's the same thing as how many times does 4 go into 20, which is 5. And there you go, 5 hours. That's what's left. How long would it take him? Oh, that's a reasonable answer. Please do not be tempted to go, oh, well, yeah, I can already figure this all out in my head. Believe me, in the future, when we do these kind of problems, especially, we're going to have, at some point, sometimes 18 and 21 fractions that we multiply all the way across. You're not going to be able to do that in your head. Okay, we're doing conversions and rates and area and volume and all that kind of, it isn't going to be able to happen. What John Saxon is doing right now, he is training you to use a method. So you just go boom, 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 and you do it, you got it. And it might take you 30 seconds longer than some, snotty-nosed kid who can do it in his head, but in a couple of weeks or months or years, the snotty-nosed kid is going to be like, needing more tissues than ever, because he's going to be behind you because you have a method to do problems that are like this long, and he's going to be going, and so on. And it, like that, Oh, okay, anyway. All right, so here's the new one. The Algebra 1/2 teacher rode his tricycle 60 miles in 2 days. Then he doubled his rate. How long would it take him to go 300 miles at this new speed? This just theoretical, of course. Okay. So 60 miles in 2 days. Well, that's the same thing as 30 miles in 1 day, right? Well, then he doubled his rate. Well, obviously, if he doubles his rate, the new rate is going to be 60 miles in 1 day, right? And don't forget, we can just do this both ways, right? So it takes him 1 day to go 60 miles. That's a lot of triking. Okay. All right. How long would it take him to go 300 miles? Remember what you do. You just write, don't even think, write what you're given. You're given 300 miles. Okay. Now you multiply by one of these fractions. Which one is it? It's that one, right? So, yeah, that should be 60 miles, not minutes. My bad. Okay. So that's the one you want. You go 1 day, and then you go 60 miles. And then gone. 300 is on top. On bottom is 60. 300 divided by 60, same thing as 30 divided by 6. There we go. 5 days. There you go. That's all there is to it. Now you could probably figure that out in your head, but believe me, you want a method. You will want a method in the future. It's going to save you all kinds of bacon. So anyway, all right. The machine could skin 500 cats in 2 hours. Practical. If the rate of the machine were tripled, how many cats could be skinned in 10 hours at the new rate? Okay, well, I mean, 500 cats in 2 hours is the same thing as how many in 1 hour? 250, right? So if you triple it, what's 250 cats in an hour skinned? 750, right? So our new rate is 750 cats in 1 hour. Or, of course, we could put 1 hour to do 750 cats. Alrighty, that's a lot of nice fur coats. Keep you nice and warm for the winter. Okay. Well, they're asking how many cats can be skinned in 10 hours. And again, don't try to get cute. You are given 10 hours. Write 10 hours. 10 hours. Now write a multiplication. Now write a fraction. This time we're going to use this one because the hour is on the bottom. So 1 hour, 750 cats. Okay. Nicely, the hours cancel. Then we have 10 times 750, which will be 7,500. Glistening, full, beautiful coats for lots of, cold little children. Oh, is this a calico, Mommy? Oh, it feels so warm. Okay, anyway. All right. Al ran 6 miles in 2 hours. Then he ran 20 miles in 4 hours. By how much did his rate increase? Piece of cake, right? 6 miles in 2 hours is actually 3 miles an hour. If he goes 20 miles in 4 hours, that's 5 miles an hour. So his rate increased by 2 miles an hour. Big deal. Okay. All right. Look at page 201. There's 2 practice problems. Do both of those. Go ahead and pause it and do this first one. Okay. Let's take a look here. And Jim drove the 120 miles to grandmother's house in 3 hours. Okay, let's stop right there. 120 divided by 3, that'll be 40 miles per hour. He increased his speed by 10 miles per hour, which means on the A home, what in the world, on the way home? Okay, so that'll be 50 miles in 1 hour. Or, of course, we got 1 hour to go 50 miles. How long did it take him to drive home? Okay, in other words, they're asking, how long did it take him to drive 120 miles? So you go 120 miles. That's what you're given. That is a little different than the ones we've done before. Okay, so which one of these do you choose? You choose this one because the miles is on the bottom. So 1 hour and you have 50 miles. So miles goes away. 120 divided by 50 is the same thing as 12 divided by 5. I mean, you could do the long division and get an answer with a decimal. If you did, you would just get 2.4. And of course, the only unit you're left with is hours, which perfectly fits what they're asking. How long did it take them? 2.4 hours. Boom, there you go. 2 hours, 24 minutes. Okay, let's try the second one. All right, I'm assuming you've paused it. Margot could pickle 500 cucumbers in 2 hours. She got tired and reduced her rate by 1/2. Okay, let's stop. So if she does 500 cucumbers in 2 hours, that's 250 in 1 hour, right? So, she gets tired and reduces her rate and falls into the pickle machine. No, okay. She was doing 250, now she does 125. So let's write that. So 125, let's say, cucumbers in 1 hour. Of course, the other way to write that is 1 hour to do 125 cukes. Okay. How long would it take her to pickle 2,000 cucumbers? Okay, stop right there. Write 2,000 cucumbers. All right, now multiply. Which one of these are we going to use? Second one, right? You got an hour on the top. You got 125 cucumbers on the bottom. That's what you want, right? Cucumbers go away. You divide 125 into 2,000. If you were to do the long division, you would find that it is going to be 16 hours. And again, make sure you understand this. We've crossed out cucumbers. The only thing left is the hour as a unit. It's exactly what you want. That works. So there you go. Okay, have fun. Skin some cats. See y'all next time. Bye.